All right. Hello, everyone. This is Forlorn Scout. This episode might come out a little later, but for me, it's of course right after I'm finishing up getting all the parts put together for episode one. After the numerous cuts I had to make due to phone calls and stuff coming up, and all that jazz. So anyway, we successfully completed our first mission of the contract uh, by channeling our best brave Sir Robin, and we ran away, but not without some damage. Gustav Schulz here is hurt, and the where is it? The Sentinel is still missing an arm. Luckily, it's the arm that doesn't really have anything in it. It's just an arm, so. But we're gonna have to wait, I guess, 140 days for that. I might possibly change that, but that's something that can come up later. Anyway, let's see here. So, I guess we're going to advance the day. Actually, let's see here. I want to see... Okay, so they still have a bunch of fatigue, so we're going to have to send... I'm going to save the campaign here quick. Just overwrite that. I had saved, I think, previously, but whatever. So I'm going to advance the day. Joel Larson is 37, so that he's our kind of admin logistics guy. At least one of them. We still have a bunch of people. This is apparently he has a. This guy here has a Stinger 3R, but we won't be hiring anyone. This doesn't, to me, it doesn't really make sense. It's Gustav Schulz. Okay, so Gustav is still, or not hurt anymore, I should say. How is the fatigue looking? So there's quite a bit of fatigue still. Going to make a save. And I guess I will drop. I guess I'll drop the command lance and see what happens. Nothing is the answer, so we will advance the day. Oh, Recon evasion. Okay, let's see here. What do we have here? This is apparently another turning point mission. That means make this a little smaller. Yeah, so there's a mission right on top of us. Okay, let's see here. So what are we dealing with here? We are dealing with a pile of just a pile of stuff. It's a bunch of mechs and light tanks and some infantry, and then some more mechs and a couple other mechs. So most dangerous thing here is probably the Ostrock. See the Phoenix Hawk and the Ostrock, the Rifleman. That's in that reinforcement. Okay, so what is the point of this mission? We have a rare opportunity to gather critical intelligence on enemy operations with monitoring their movements. Your mission is to remain in position for the required duration, observing and collecting data on enemy activity while avoiding direct engagement. The information you gather will be far more valuable than any destruction we could inflict. The enemy is unaware of our presence, but if discovered, we will respond with overwhelming force. Stealth and discretion are paramount. Engage only if absolutely necessary and prioritize survival over combat. Avoid unnecessary detection, maintain a low profile, and ensure you remain operational for the duration of the mission. The enemy will control the field at the end of the engagement, meaning there will be no opportunity for salvage or reinforcement. This is about intelligence, not confrontation. Stay hidden, gather what we need, and withdraw before they know you were ever there. At least one of your units must survive. Okay. So... Okay, so I guess I have to stay on the board for... I have to stay on the board for 12 turns. And ideally not destroying stuff. I don't know how that exactly is going to work. When does this contract start? It starts on the 18th, so that's 4 days from now. Okay. So I will save the campaign. And so the fatigue here, I don't think we'll need to deploy these guys. It doesn't sound like we'd even be able to. Union further improves, it appears. Okay, so we are deployed, and honestly, I'm not sure how this is going to work, so I am going to save this. And if this mission doesn't really turn out too great, there will be a cut here, and we'll probably go back in time uh, just to make sure things aren't too crazy, or just to choose a different mission, one that actually works. I mean, this isn't like a super threatening um, force, especially for this lance here. Um, I mean, the Panther is kind of bad. Bad in the sense that it can be dangerous with that PPC. The Wyvern is kind of dangerous. The Ostrock. Um, but I mean, if we clear off most of these mechs, then that should be fine. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to set this, and if they somehow destroy 95% of the BV, that will be fine. But after 12 turns, I will evac. So I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work. I have almost 12,000 BV on the board, so I guess we'll just stand up here in the corner. I assume they're going to come after us, so I don't... I'm going to switch back here. I just want to read this again. We just have to preserve our force and be on the field for 12 turns. So, I guess, yeah, I guess we'll just stand here in the corner. Move the Black Knight forward a little bit. I mean, if anything comes towards us, it's going to get shot probably to pieces, or at least hopefully to pieces. So we're just gonna stand here in the corner, even in Mega Mech corner camping. Corner camping is a tactic. So phase 2. Just gonna skip movement because I don't think there's really much we need to do until they get a little closer. And I suppose I suppose I could like yeah, that's right. Jumping high gravity is not a good idea. Um, let's just move over this way, maybe try and skirt around them. Oh, the J. Edgars are slipping and sliding around. I don't think anything for the Black Knight here is in range. It does not. Nothing's going to be in range for that, or really any of this, so it doesn't really matter. So we have a enemy mech down there. I think I am going to try and skirt around the main enemy here. Unfortunately, I think they're probably going to meet us somewhere around here. In doing so, uncaught exception. Interesting. I'm just going to keep playing. I mean, if we don't take any damage here and we don't lose anything, I mean, that's fine. That's not that big of a deal to me. Just a couple strange missions, although I don't think I've actually ever done a guerrilla warfare contract in MegaMech, so... yeah, let's just move over that way, reposition a little bit. They're kind of moving in a strange way. So we're just going to sit here again. I'm kind of skirting away from the main force, but I don't think there's any way going to get around these guys kind of coming here. Oh, yeah, they're getting pretty close. Let's do range high to low. Let's just skip firing because I don't think there's anything that's going to be in range. High to low. The LRMs maybe. Oh, the LRMs are in range. I guess anything. Guess we'll fire off a volley of LRM-15s at them. I think there's going to be really anything that else. I don't know, maybe the autocannon 5 from the Shadowhawk here, but that's probably going to be it. I'll fire off the large lasers from Crab on the off chance that can do something. So the LRM-15 misses. That's unfortunate. The LRM-5 from the Shadowhawk misses. But the autocannon 5 actually hits the head And one of the large lasers from the crab hits, so that locust is a little damaged. We're only halfway through. There's a lot of enemies here. I think I'm just going to skip movement on everyone. I don't know how you would do this mission without engaging, honestly, so I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. Fire off the PPC at... what is this? Oh, it's a spider. And nothing else is in range, so that's it for that. Fire off the LRM at that, along with the large laser, and that's probably going to be it. Let's see here. Oh, we got pretty good hit chances. I don't know why it's going down like that. Actually, yeah, really good hit chances, so it's in minimum range, but we'll fire. So it doesn't really matter. And pop off one large laser like that and call it a day. Alright, okay, so the ERPPC hits the right torso on the spider. It goes through all the armor, it actually goes internal. LRM-15 hits the locust, does some damage. Nothing hits the Shadowhawk. Shadowhawk fires at the locust, hits it with only the medium laser, unfortunately. Locust hits back. So this is going to be round 7. So we need to be on the board for another 5 rounds. Alright, so we are going to start heading down this way. Just try to avoid the majority of the Cretan force for as long as possible. We're going to twist here. I think we'll fire off a shot at the fire starter with the ERPC. Actually, can we do that without twisting? We'll fire off a shot with the ERPPC, and then we'll hit the locust here with both large pulse lasers, and that should be it for him. So what to do here? Large laser. Probably just shoot him until we get maximum heat. Fire the medium laser. We'll fire the autocannon 5 because that's still got relatively good hit chance. We'll fire off the SRM2. Then there was the crab. Fire off both large lasers, and in an effort to keep heat down, we'll fire off the small laser and then call it a day. I think we might have killed the locust. So he misses with the ERPPC, that's fine. One of the large pulse lasers hits, blows off one of the arms. Medium laser from the Thunderbolt hits the left or right leg, destroys that. The fire at the Shadowhawk misses. Shadowhawk hits the CT with the medium laser. The Black Knight actually gets hit with machine gun fire. Oh, and then the Locust explodes. Yeah, okay, so we killed the Locust. Not a significant loss remotely for the Draconis Combine. Kind of thinking maybe I should have just stayed up in that corner. In fact, I'm just going to start heading back that way. Might be a mistake, but guess we'll see. That's the spider. Where's the fire starter? So I think we're going to lay off the ERPPC unless there's target of opportunity here. There really isn't, so I think I'll go with the large pulse laser. And just light up this spider with everything. Pretty much everything, at least. Then I think the Thunderbolt here is going to fire at the fire starter. The large laser and the LRM. I think this is also going to fire at the spider. Try to ensure this thing gets killed. I think this will also fire at the fire starter. Let's see if we hit it with anything. Okay, so the Black Knight missed everything. Spider hit the Black Knight. Crab hit the left leg for the fire starter. Stripped all the armor off of it. We're getting into melee combat now. Unfortunately, the spider kicked the head of the Shadowhawk. So he's fine. So we're now going on to round 9. So we have 3 rounds left that we have to hold on before we have to leave very quickly. So keep our front armor to the enemy. Alright, let's see here. Any better targets? What is that? Wasp? Let's see here. Can the large pulse lasers... What can they hit? Okay, so they can hit that, but debatable whether that's even a worthwhile target. So we'll pop off a shot at the Wasp. Call it a day. I think similarly, I think we'll fire at the Wasp as well with the LRMs there at least. And I think that's going to be it for that. Torso twist the Shadowhawk. And also just kind of plink away at the Wasp. It's something that doesn't really matter. Let's torso twist here, see if we can get something. That's really not good. Yeah, that's not good. What about this? That's 8%. Let's twist this way. That's also 8%. So we'll fire off the large lasers that way at the fire starter. I think it is. I think we did something. Alright, so that misses with. So the Pack Rat fired at the Black Knight. It missed. Black Knight fired at the Wasp. That missed. Thunderbolt fired at the Wasp. That missed. Shadowhawk fired at the Wasp. Missed with the autocannon 5, but hit with the LRM 5. Almost stripped all the armor off the CT. Spider fired, hit the Crab. Assassin fired, hit the Black Knight. Crab fired, hit both large laser hits, stripped all the armor off the CT, and then also hit the right leg, blowing it off. Yeah, so that Spider is down. So it was round 9. Just want to make sure of something here. I don't think we're going to be able to do the withdraw before they even know we were here part, because I think that's kind of out the window at this point. But I think that's just a limitation of the game itself. I think we're just going to make our way to the board edge here. Back the Thunderbolt up. Back up that way? No. Move Shadowhawk like that. Gonna back the Crab up as well. Oh, Spider flee the battlefield. Let's twist this way. So we will fire at. Is that the fire starter? Yes, that is the fire starter. Fortunately, I don't think anything else from the Black Knight can hit it. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Switch view. I was trying to see if I could stop it from doing that, but I guess not. I guess we'll fire off anything we can fire off, and that looks to be about it. Laser, medium lasers. And I'll fire off the SRM2 as well, but I think that's going to be it for the Thunderbolt. So medium laser from the Shadowhawk, autocannon 5 from the Shadowhawk. I'll fire off the LRM5 and the SRM. And then we will twist with Crab. We'll fire off one of the large lasers, not both of them, and then we'll fire off the medium laser. So it sinks all of Teat. Let's see what we do. Black Knight missed. Thunderbolt hit the large laser. So that's good. Missed with everything else, unfortunately. Shadowhawk missed everything. Firestarter missed everything it shot at the Thunderbolt. Crab, MVP of the battle so far, hit the right arm of the Firestarter. and then missed with the medium laser. Assassin hit the Black Knight. Okay. So that's round 10, so we have one more round, and then we can leave. So I'm going to get everyone situated onto the thing if I can. So I think I'll put the Thunderbolt there, because then next turn I can move on to the edge forward edge. I don't know, is that fine? Yeah, that's fine for the Shadowhawk. The Crab, can the Crab back up? Crab cannot back up. So Crab will just move as far as Crab can go. Gonna fire everything. I think that's going to be it for the Black Knight. We'll do that. We will range high to low. I'm not going to fire the large laser. Fire the medium lasers. And then I think I'll fire. I mean, may as well fire the machine guns because they don't generate any heat. So that's that. Let's twist. See targets. It's probably just going to be everything onto the fire starter. If I had to take a wild guess. Yeah, probably just everything onto the fire starter. There we go. Let's see how things go. Alright, so Black Knight hit the CT with the ERPPC. He knocked out one of the flamers, one of the rear-facing flamers, it looks like. Hit with one of the large pulses, missed with the other one. Thunderbolt, missed with everything. Packrat fired at the Thunderbolt, missed. J. Edgar fired at the Black Knight, it missed. Shadowhawk fired and hit with only the medium laser. Phoenix Hawk fired its large laser at the Thunderbolt and actually hit it. Crab fired at the Firestarter, knocked out its left leg again. There was some damage from the Firestarter onto the Thunderbolt. Some other miscellaneous stuff. Thunderbolt survived the piloting check. Firestarter, of course, missing a leg, did not, so that mech fell over. So that was round 11. We are now in round 12, so now we can actually start leaving, which is the plan. So I'm going to skip the Black Knight movement because James Kincaid is going to stay in the field until everyone is gone. And let's see here, they cannot flee. That's a problem. Yeah, Thunderbolt's going to go right there, I guess. Shadowhawk will move there, and then basically once everyone is in position next turn, I'll just flee off the board all at the same time. That assassin looks like a pretty juicy target. Let's see if we can torso twist. I think I'll lay off the ERPPC, but I'll fire with pretty much everything else. That'll do it. Let's see here. So we have Thunderbolts who getting some kind of lag from the program here, which is interesting. Don't usually have that. Yeah, he'll fire at the pack rat. It's probably with the large laser. That's probably all that's gonna happen. Yeah. Shadowhawk. Guess everything that he can into the assassin because I think that's an officer. I think I'm gonna alpha strike the crab. Yeah, I'll alpha strike the crab into that. Alright, let's see what we did. Alright, so both pulse lasers hit the assassin, blew off, looks like pretty much blew off one of his arms, went into the CT, damaged the gyro, that's really not good, and it falls over. It actually takes a hit as well. Or, no, he didn't fall over, sorry, he just got shot in the head. Let's see here. Actually hit with that large laser into the J. Edgar and stunned it. Hit here, damaged the arm. Arm got blown off by the crab. Of course, the assassin falls. And we are going to, I guess, punch. He misses the punch, unfortunate. So we've been in here for 13 rounds. This is the 13th round now. We are going to flee. Let's do one flee. Flee. We've done what we've came here for. Actually, he ejected out of the assassin. And flee. I don't want to save a record. We did this. So everything fled. We were able to actually destroy 2 mechs and damage some other ones. Let's see here. So yeah, we caused the spider to retreat. We got away scot-free. The assassin was destroyed to pilot error, I guess, but that's just the mech took so much damage there at the end that the pilot just ejected. And then the crab got actually the first kill of the campaign and killed a locust. A mighty mech, if there ever was one. So I think that's it. Enemy always retains battlefield control. Do you want to declare your side as controlling the battlefield? No. So the Shadowhawk took some damage. I think we all took a little damage, but nothing too bad. He just took some head. He took a head hit and some looks like some armor damage to his left arm. What about the crab? Actually, view unit. Crab took some damage to the right arm. Thunderbolt took just some surface level damage, and same thing with the Black Knight. So all in all, unfortunately, although Sam Bowman took a head hit, he got kicked in the head. I'm not going to assign that assassin kill to anyone because everyone fired at it, and that was it just kind of fell over and died. So it's everyone's kill. But Candace Stewart here did kill that locust, so first kill of the campaign. We got off the board with preserving everything we needed to. We got away with the information we needed to. So Sam Bowman also gets Purple Heart, and then everyone in Alpha Lance, of course, also gets the Combat Action Ribbon. So we were victorious. And are they, I think they're off the board. Oh, they're not off the board quite yet. Although we will have Sam Bowman. Has a fractured right leg, so that's unfortunate, but I don't think we can repair anything yet because Alpha is not back from battle. So I don't think that's exactly how that mission is supposed to be going. Yeah, I know. Those are from some test games I was doing. I don't think that's exactly how that mission is supposed to go, but we did it. We reconned in force, and the Combine was not able to pin us down. We also have another successful mission under our belt, so we only need to do one more mission, I think, technically speaking. So Alpha Lance has returned. That's getting better. The Mongoose is getting better. The Locust is getting better. The Mercury is getting better, and so is the Sentinel. But now we have the damage, so it should be easy. Okay, let's see here. Come on. Reload the ammo. I was hoping if I start to run out of ammo, that's going to be an issue. But... So it looks like everything's fixed up. Now look at the TOE here. So they still have some fatigue. There's a little bit of fatigue here. Just checking the time. Alright, so I think after another successful mission, I was just checking how long I was recording. I think after another successful mission, I'm going to end it there for right now. We escaped the noose again from House Kurita with very minimal damage and only a slightly wounded pilot. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to salvage anything yet. I was kind of intending on keeping most things, like ammo and armor-wise, up through salvaging pretty much destroyed mechs, but which is kind of why I gave myself 100% salvage rights for this mission. But if we're not going to get into any actual frontline engagements, that's going to be a problem. But anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there. It's been a successful couple episodes. We're doing well. I don't know how long this contract is going to go, actually. I set it for a year, but I mean, if we succeed in the objectives, like, soon, the contract will basically just, it will just succeed. I guess we can keep doing it, but I guess we'll cross the bridge when we get there. So anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed watching this. I think, as I've said before, any suggestions, anything people maybe want to see me do with MegaMek, that's, you know, I'm always open. This is just kind of, this is not my first foray. This is just, you know, what I kind of decided I'd do as a first series. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed. And third episode, I don't know when I will be able to record that, but hopefully soon. And on that note, I hope everyone had a good day. Hope everyone enjoyed. And I will see you next time.